Well, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of complex budgets in the private sector and the public sector. I ran economic development. We had a big budget there. We had a $100 million budget with the Higher Power Fund for 4 years. And I've run very large budgets in a publicly traded company. So I'm very familiar with the challenge of managing budgets. And I know the value of predictability and sustainability of budgets. And, I cringe at the thought of being in your shoes and having to manage a budget that you have to put your budget out at the beginning of the school year, and then you find out 6, 7, 8 months later that that budget is not going to be properly funded like you thought it was. And I know that once you have to make those mid-year budget cuts you've had to do the last 2 years, and you got to make sure you balance the whole budget over the last 2 or 3 months, that's very painful. So we need to stop that. If education is our #1 priority, then I fully support the idea of having that be budgeted up front and committed in 30 days. I would also say that Rita and I are very clear in this. We want to work towards that, and we want to do that. But at the same time, I don't want to have mid-year budget cuts, because that's not just hard for you, it's hard for any other state institution, state government that has to adapt to those in a very short period of time. So I want to make sure that between the Revenue Estimating Conference and my own budget people, that we have a very good, if not better, understanding of what's going on in our economy than we have now, because the last 2 years in a row they've been off by quite a lot. And so we need to have more predictability in the forecasting process and more accuracy there, so that we can, in fact, live with and support that 30-day process. But that's going to be our commitment, to try to do that and deliver you the funding up front that you need to work with.